Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ETF2L Season 24, week number 4 of the Premiership tier. This is a game, of course, that's going to be playing against Comfortably Spanked and Perilous, the ones playing, I should say. My name is Bren, and I'm joined today by the one and only WARHURYEAH. How's it going?
Right.
You're just alright, yeah? Alright, decent. Let's dive straight into this game. You expecting anything on the embarrassment scale that Nameless achieved last night, or?
I did watch that particular video game.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was saying in chat that they should rename themselves to Clueless. I know. Oh, woo! Glorious.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. They was just a bit flaccid, like my gentleman area. But it just seemed to. I don't know. I've not really seen such a dramatic flip-flop from what should be a top team.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. I know, like, we should be talking about Perilous and Comfortably Spanked, but honestly, that's the more entertaining game to speak about, as of right now anyway. But, I mean, it was a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit weird. I know Lego have definitely stepped up, don't get me wrong, but...
Yeah, I kind of feel, though, that I've thought this would happen, that when Cadus retired, / stepped aside, I can't really call it retiring, because he's only, like, what, 29?
Retiring from being a professional esports game.
Yeah, you can't really retire from TF2. You kind of have to make a living first. Banny can retire, but no one else can. Anyway, yeah, I kind of felt that they would have lost some sort of experience and some real proper presence for the game. I know, is it Stark that was meant to be main calling or contributing?
I think he's moved to a different role as well. Not too sure about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, it depends on how their PCWs go. This could be just like a one-off, but I'd imagine that they might try and put Stark into a very, very more solid role in the combo. Yeah. Because there were many, many times as I was watching it last night, especially on Viaduct, when they just didn't really, I don't know, they just didn't do anything. And they kept on being caught out by Lego sending players behind, and it seemed a bit, I don't know, it's like the skills are just completely swapped between each team. It, like, Nameless were playing like a mid to low Prem team that were trying to get something out of the game, and Lego were actually the Prem team that were just trying to win and get it over and done with. And they were actually sort of playing to win, and it just seemed a bit.
That's a good way of putting it. I'd agree with that. David tells us that they played with Stark on Pocket Soldier and Captain on Scout earlier in a scrim. So time will tell if they can formulate some sort of roster lineup that isn't absolute AIDS. But
yeah, I think that would probably be the choice that will fix the problems kind of immediately. But I don't know. It's just going to be very, very difficult because there's so many things that have changed around. I mean, now that Mike's left or taken a backseat from Perilous as well, they're now significant. Is Mike's playing tonight?
Mike is playing, yeah.
I've just heard from David DavidTheWin, even though he's not won a thing in his life, tell me that Mike's playing. Plot twist. Alright, they've got this in the bag then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, with Mike on, I know with Sideshow on, it was still going to be pretty tight for Comfortably Spanked to take anything from this. But now that Mike's here, it's pretty much, I don't want to speak too soon, but it's kind of sealed the nail in the coffin in a certain sense, because, that boy can shoot.
Yeah,
he can.
He can certainly fire explosive projectiles into other humanoids, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, the chat's saying, can you call him by his appropriate name, Moth, now, please?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what he likes to be known as.
Yeah. I always like to be referred to a creature that just, goes around light bulbs, and if you touch it, it evaporates. That's the best. What a mysterious boy. I'm going to change my name to Moth now, and people are like, whoa, that's so deep. No one's ever been called that before.
So you've taken a bit of a step back from TF2 recently. I say recently, for like a couple of seasons or season. I don't know. I don't follow you too closely.
Wow.
But
let me just go on my Twitter profile. Oh no, it says you're a follower. Oh, you're fucking load of bullshit, mate.
Well, I'd completely forgotten the point I was trying to make. Right, the point I was trying to make is I'm pretty sure you've got some pretty strong opinions against Overwatch. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everybody that is doing anything with Overwatch, maybe from a player standpoint, is doing it just for the potential cash, and that's it.
Okay,
right.
But there's nothing wrong with that, ultimately.
Definitely not. But what I'm going to say is, right, to the loyal viewers, I didn't leave. I tried to leave, right? I was offered fat stacks of cash, but I was like, no, this game's fucking terrible. You know what?
Beans?
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Was it Manchester United?
No, it was for some American org.
Right, okay.
And I was going to be on a team with Cypher, who's now... Is it Cypher? Yeah, Cypher, Avec, me, and there's 3 other guys. And they wanted me to practice from 5 o'clock in the evening to 12 o'clock at night. It's 5 days a week. I was like, ooh, give me a moment. I am going to have to think about that. No, I'm not going to do it. Sorry. But yeah, it's the thing is, you just can't, like, I can't commit, and I really don't think that many people are going to stick around that game for long. It depends on how much they sort of go, money, bad game. That's what I feel. But I've got a video coming out about it soon on youtube.com/WARHURYEAH. And I'm kind of worried though, because I've seen the incredibly passionate Overwatch fans as they sort of sit there and furiously touch their manhoods over the latest offerings.
They're gonna rip you to pieces.
Yeah, they will probably want to kill me.
You. Yeah.
I already had quite a few death threats just over Twitter, so it's alright. Oh God, please don't say things to me. They're very passionate people. But anyway, enough about Overwatch, because it's a terrible game. We're playing the best game. You know what now, everybody? We can now be like the Quake CPM mod of like the first person shooter. We can be like an elitist niche FPS game that requires skill. And anybody that, well, yeah, we can now be more elitist. Anyone that's like, oh, do you want to play some Overwatch? Go, how do you rocket jump again? Oh, press shift. So yeah, I'm not a fan of it, but
yeah. I thought that was going to be the case. I mean, yeah, if people want to potentially turn gaming into their career, it's their choice, you know. But I'm of a similar opinion, where if they're just doing it for the money and they're not going to enjoy it, and they're going to be subjecting themselves to playing a game that they don't enjoy for multiple hours an evening, for days at a time, then I'd imagine they're just going to drop the ball pretty quick compared to people who actually do want to enjoy the game and play it at the top level. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's honestly, I can go on for about half an hour on this subject.
Let's not. Let's save it for your YouTube video.
Yeah, where can you find that?
At youtube.com/user/WARHURYEAH.
What, man? It's not like 2008. You don't need user anymore.
What do you need? I don't go on YouTube.
It's just a /.
I don't go on YouTube.
youtube.com/WARHURYEAH user.
https://
And my actual that URL is actually quite wrong. That's not my YouTube channel. It's actually youtube.com/user/v=9p/jdbjysxq.
We're getting told to talk about the game, so we should probably talk about these two teams.
Who's that?
Before we go in, I'm never gonna get invited to cast again.
David the loser.
Every time we just like talk about food or
it's
something
me
completely off topic.
It's me. I'm so boring that you're just trying to keep like the conversation going onto different subjects, hoping that I'll find something exciting.
Right, the game at hand. If you were to pick any man in this game to do well, who would you pick?
Well, I mean, we've already talked about this. I think Perilous has got this.
Yeah, just from the mic pickup. Or even if they had Sideshow, do you think they'd sort of slam them?
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's, I don't know. To me, it's like there is a massive skill difference between it. So yeah, I honestly could not see them winning with Sideshow.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully these players are going to start pretty shortly, because they've got 6 on each side. We're going to be going to Cough Product, or Viaduct as it was once known. many moons ago. So that's going to be some fast-paced action. I'm anticipating Adiski's just warming up his heavy in the pre-game right now, so maybe some pocket strats coming out.
He might have been, looking at my exploits as a heavy weapons guy on this map, where I played for Epsilon Esports.
Oh yeah, okay.
Remember that?
There was a time you played sniper as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was with TLR. But that was really having to throw everything we had because we had Herpy on our team.
Oh well. 6-a-side right now on the server, just waiting in for the ready up and a countdown to begin. I don't know when it's going to start because David has not whispered into my ear saying they're starting in 90 seconds.
What's Vanny playing?
I spy right now.
What's his actual role?
Scout, I'm assuming. I don't know. I think he was playing.
She
Scout
might be
soldier
because he plays soldier.
Yeah, no, sorry, no.
Yeah, it's pocket. Okay, that's not so bad because Vanny's actually an experienced gamer that sort of did have sort of like quite a significant role in the teams that he's played with. So that would be sort of like mainly their chance. Adiski's, was it a dice guy? I can't remember how he pronounced it now. I think it was Adiski. Yeah, like he's a solid demo man, like, but I don't know, it's going to be really, really difficult. I mean, they have got Ali on Perilous, who again was, I don't know, he's not exactly, I mean, the best demo. He's, I don't know, I have yet to see anything amazing from him. That is mainly because I've not seen any of his games.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What's your opinion of like the current state of EU demo man? Because Sideshow recently wrote an article about how it was our main export, to quote him, quote unquote. But now, I don't know. Now that you've left, you got Cadus who's leaving the scene. You know, it seems that they're dropping off one at a time, and we're left with I don't know. Which continent would you say that holds the record for the best demo men right now? Probably NA.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now that Cadus has left, he was the only person that would sort of be innovative with the game. Like, I was just like a DM donkey, to put it that way, you know. Yeah. I didn't really offer anything apart from main calls on pushes and just DM power. And nobody has replaced, I feel, has replaced either me or Cadus in that regard. It's probably because there was a point when I had so little life that I had nothing better to do but practice pipes. But at the moment, it goes back, and it's I don't like being negative about TF2 all the time, but I feel that quite a few of the players, they didn't sort of earn the spot of being in Prem. It was just that there was no other choice kind of thing. So all these players weren't really sort of like, they're not in Prem because, you know, a team sort of needed a demo man, and they were, you know, had a massive pool of demos to pick from, and they picked out the bright spark from them all. Like, those times are pretty much gone quite a bit.
But I mean, it's gonna take some time to build up to the level that it once was, to a certain degree. I mean, the lower levels of gameplay anyway have never looked stronger in recent times, so give it a few years, we might see some unknown names popping up.
I think it's just you just need, like, I don't know, some players just need a lot of motivation to really try, and it's I can see that it's becoming a lot more difficult for people to do that. So it's not because they're bad. It's just, you know, there may not be that sort of hunger to really try and be the best anymore. Whereas like when I was trying to be the best, you had like loads of really, really good demo men to like look up to, like Himsy, Bite,
right, yeah,
Cadus, Numlocked, Rib. You know, you had so many people to sort of like go, oh, you had to fight, you know, to actually be something in the game. Whereas now it's not as tricky.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. But as I said, you know, it's going to take a few years. We are 90 seconds away from beginning the game, I believe. So if you've been hanging about wondering whether or not to leave and go watch someone else, you know, stick around. The game will be starting fairly shortly between Perilous and Comfortably Spanked. Perilous running Mike, as opposed to what we believed they were going to be running Sideshow, I think. I'm pretty sure he's in the chat. Hello, Sideshow. So yeah, any quick predictions? I think you've already said that Perilous are going to just slam it, but I think, given what we saw in Nameless's performance, I think anything could really happen. But
I think if Comfortably Spanked were to do on any map, it might be this one. Although, is it Reckoner after this? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one.
I don't know. I don't think teams can really use new maps as an excuse. It's kind of like a cheap excuse for me, but I would say maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. This map for Ski just always seems to be a bit of a weird map where he just gets caught out in the middle of nowhere and dies all the time. So it depends on Ski, I feel. If he doesn't tilt, they'll be fine.
Alright, well, we are going to be counting down till the game begins between Perilous and Comfortably Spanked. And we will see which team is going to be more dominant as they begin to roll out now onto the mid. And Ali going to be picking up that half pack. Going to be basically trying to exchange some spam now as Adiski and Ali are meeting head on. Hitting off one little sticky there. Not really too much happening right now, but we will see soon if it begins. Denier is actually on Sniper, it's worth pointing out, so we'll soon see if he can make some sickening plays come out of seemingly nowhere for his team now, as they are taking a lot of spam. Mike is on half-half. Denier actually going to be picking up the first frag now onto Ass. The big jump forward by Salentas. He's trying to create some pressure, but Vanny is going to absolutely destroy him. Denier picks up cost. That's no medic for them whatsoever now. So they've got no heals. They do manage to pick up Skeege on the back lines. Mike just salvaged that at a nick of time there for his team, but my oh my, Denier really clutching it for his team there in the end.
I feel like I'm going to be ruining this cast after your excitement levels.
Just go with it. Just go with the flow.
I've got such a sore throat. I can't go any higher.
That's fine. Give me the analysis of it. You know.
Denier hit headshots.
Here we go. Okay. There's going to be a retake by Perilous, and they don't have Uber. They did bring down Skiege, however, so they do not have Uber to react with. That's on the Comfortably Spanked side, so we are going to see them just holding pretty passive so far. Perilous in control of the point. Mike just spamming them up, getting some information for his team. Tom's in a bit of a spot of trouble, but Vanny, he's just ran him straight down. He's going to be picking up that frag nice and easily, and now Perilous, that's a weakness for them, as already look at this damage. Denier and Vanny, the dynamic duo, just absolutely cleaning up. They finished up Ali. As they were chasing them a little bit too far there, they have managed to pick up 2 frags on the back lines, but Denier is just this imposing force on the map that's really forcing them into these sight lines.
Yeah, this should be quite okay for Comfortably Spanked, because now they've got equal Ubers. They're missing 2 players, but I really think they should just go in and trade it. Oh my goodness.
Was that a drop? I think it was a drop. +2s in the chat. Cost falls to a nice little sticky trap by Adiski. And here we go. We're going to be popped out now. Salentas does his darndest to force him out, and indeed he does get it. Mike's going to be taking out 1v1, but Denier has body shotted him. He's on absolutely no health at all. Trying to take this 1v1 against Tom. I think he might get it, maybe. I don't know, he's actually picked up the pack, and Tom's backed off now, and so still in control at this point. We do see Comfortably Spanked. Mike is behind enemy lines now. He's going to be jumping onto Hank. Nice little air shot by him there. Denier is going to mess him up a little bit with that body shot, taking him down, and ultimately we do see finally Falash off-classing to the sniper role as we see a bit of aggression coming out already by the Adiski and Perilous boys.
There was a moment when they tried to get they did get a force on Skeege, but I almost died because I'm pretty sure it was on 100, and he does actually pretty nice turf, and he gets it off as well, but that was going to be a Skeege moment where he would have probably just dropped.
Right. Okay. Well, this is Vanny on heavy for this. Quite interesting. I saw it in my official that we just played a few moments ago, but already Denier is absolutely destroying them on this map. Getting headshot, well, not headshot after headshot, just body shots really, and creating a lot of room. Uber's going to be exchanged by both these teams, and it's actually Hank who's going to be the one to take down Salentas there. As a Perilous, they're just looking to recap this if they potentially can, but Denier is just putting in so much work, frag after frag. He's finished at Falash. Can he get any more? His team are just bullying them off this point wall.
This is really good. I mean, everybody's probably going to hate Comfortably Spanked for this, but again, you're using what's available to you, and they're just changing the pace to how they want to. Like, that's what they do all the time with Denier in a team. Oh my goodness. Like, they really just need to stop sitting back and just go for him. Because at this point, you've got 30 seconds left, you've got nothing else that you can do. Yep.
Well, they've got a few frags along the way. It's still Falash peeking that corner very slowly, trying to basically finish up Vanny, but Vanny is nowhere to be seen. He's tucked away quite safely behind that corner.
Adiski slammed Mike. That's
what was that? Mike going for attempt, or
yeah, he sort of slammed him when he tried to go around the corner.
God almighty! Right, well, Perilous are in control of the point. Falash is going to be trying to create some pressure from that China area. Going to be getting spammed out. Here comes the Uber by Comfortably Spanked. And they're going to try and take them straight away. Tom with a large jump forward. Going to be picking up all of these frags, actually. They've already picked up 2. Make it 3. Tom finishing up Ali. Salenta's with a counter frag onto Tom, of all people. And now we go. There we go. Denia's going to be picking up that frag onto Mike. It's just Salenta's, and Salenta's actually opting for the scout role. It's a complete wipe. Denia on 11 kill streak. What is this man made of? Tell me.
Oh my god. He must have some sort of descendant to a cashew, because he is pretty nutty at the moment.
Oh, and another one. That's 12. There we go. Finishes up Falash. And Perilous just getting absolutely torn to pieces now. 19 seconds on the clock. They need to make some plays happen here. Here we go. Mike with the bomb forward. Can he pick up this frag onto Ski? Ski just gets a lovely little serve around the corner. But Perilous, they've already capped this up. Tom on the back lines. Gets a 1 rocket, 2 rockets onto Koss. Finishes up with no problems whatsoever. And that's no medic for Perilous now. So they're just going to be free to push all the way in now. Comfortably Spanked with the heals advantage. They're going to have Uber advantage as well. But with 9 seconds left on the clock, War, I don't think this is going to be doable as they're just dropping like flies.
I really wish there was more sort of downtime in between rounds, because what's come up isn't going to give me enough time. But oh my goodness, like the thing is that they're playing it perfectly. So for those that may be sort of new, Denia played in Saints, who obviously had Vanny on the team and Hank, and they always used to run sniper at any moment. They would even run it to process mid. So what they've just done is just play to their comfort zone, which is just put Denia on sniper, and at the first opportunity just slow the game more, so they can't even jump in because they got a heavy. So they just sort of like, Perilous have to commit fully, like that's it.
Yeah, they need to be focused down Denia absolutely with these soldiers, but they're not getting it off at all. Denia still.
Bren's dead. Oh my god, Bren's dead. Who's going to carry over the excitement torch?
Hello?
No, you're back, you're back. Thank god for that.
I'm not dead. I was talking for so long. I'm sorry. Here we go. Perilous, they capped at the point. You're going to be getting this spam. Finally, Denia hit off some nutty body shots in that engagement. I'm sorry for dying. But there we go. Look at that spam. Koss. He jumps to the sticky. Well, not drops, but he died. Not really a drop. He does die in the end. Adiski going to be finishing up that frag there. No medic for Perilous whatsoever.
Well, sometimes when you die, people do say you drop dead, so you know, just do it that way.
I don't think
that's what you meant.
It's not the mic that was the issue from where, because I've dropped out before. I think it's mumble. Just
maybe
like,
it's
it doesn't take the push to talking.
So excited that
it just cuts me off.
Bitrate couldn't handle it. Couldn't process all the hype.
Look at Mike. Look at Mike. Big bomb forward onto Denia. He's going to be trying to... They know they need to force him out if they want to make any plays happen, but Falash is so weak now. There's a nice little attempt by him. He does manage to get one frag with the help of Ass there. Tom going to go down. Here comes the Uber now, being popped by Comfortably Spanked, and they haven't dropped anyone. Koss actually fell in the process of that, so even if they wanted to get anything good out of that, I mean, they're not even going to have Uber advantage to work off as well, so really just rough times all around for the side of Perilous.
This is really, really going to be probably the most tilting thing ever for Perilous, because it's going to be so frustrating to play against this. It's unreal.
Yeah. Look at Falash now. He's on sniper. Going to be slowly peeking that corner. Fully charged. And it's Denia the one to drop. There we go. Denia's first death of the game, apparently, according to Mr. David in our ears. And oh my. They've got the frags at least. Perilous. They pick up the 4K to recap this point. And we do see this forward stickies on that China area by Ali, looking to basically stave off any aggression. And I mean, they need to do something about Denia. He's just been absolute... It's just an absolute ridiculous force of nature, essentially. That's the only way I can put it. Denia.
Yeah, he just absolutely slammed Falash.
Here we go. Look at this attempt now. They're actually going to be getting the force out, so Comfortably Spanked in a very good position here. Now Skiege is still in the spawn. Mike is very far forward here. He might actually pick up Denia. In fact, I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Indeed, he has. Can he pick up Hank as well? No, he's not. Hank is going to be able to meat shot him down and get that frag quite easily, but... This is interesting because I mean, Comfortably Spanked, they've got 100% Uber. It's a forward spawn attempt, but
they should just Uber out and just try and retake mid, and that's it. They've got time advantage at the moment. They can just Uber through, just try and catch out Koss. They've already lost Hank though already.
And they've
Ski just half,
Uber,
and they've popped as well. But they're wasting too much time when the soldier jumping behind. So they just need a cap and try and get anything that they can from this situation. But it doesn't even look like they're doing that, because now Sill is just going to town on them on balcony. And that's it. It's hit a full stop. Never mind.
Okay, Denia actually surfed up onto that cliffside and he picks up the nice little headshot there onto Ali. Falash going to be getting that counter frag in the end, and the point is still in possession of Perilous right now as they're trying to take this, but Tom, he's peeking that corner very slowly, trying to basically see if he can get any frags whatsoever. Mike with the big bomb forward, going to be seeing if he can get a frag potentially. Oh, he's picked up Skeege. That's no medic. That's quite a big frag for them because they still have Uber and Perilous. They're holding the point in their hands, or are they? They've dropped so many players now. Already picking up 3 now. Falash going to be dropping down to Denia. And Hank is on the back lines trying to make some plays happen. Ali going to be picking him up. Denia might actually fall to a rocket here. He's going to get out with 15 health remaining on that man. Really quite scrappy all around.
The problem with this is that as you've got Denia and Sniper, what happened? Oh no, Skeege is dead. Rip.
Yeah,
Vanny's on.
Jumped on him.
Ali only gets taken down as well, so it's a good trade.
They're just trying to get that force out to cost, but they're not getting it whatsoever. Denia still is going to back off from that cliffside, but finish your point. What were you trying to say?
This is now like what Perilous should be doing, because they've completely sort of closed the gap on them, and you can see where comfortably Spanked are wanting to push forward, but they've got players just getting stuck in between them because they've got a sniper. They don't have as much to deal with it. I think they just need to swap a soldier for a scout just to sort of meet shot soldiers out of the air, to be honest.
Well, Denia's taking a fat body shot and they're trying to pressure him out if they possibly can, but Adiski is the one to pick up that frag onto Ast. Ali with the counter frag onto Hank. Tom also picking them up. Everyone is weak on the side of comfortably Spanked. They have to back all the way out. They still do not have the cap. It's overtime. They need to play the point if they potentially can. They're only 2 up. Can they jump onto it? Denia's trying to stand this, but it's not going to be enough. And 1-1 makes the scoreline right now as Perilous is striking back. No words there, War. Are you dead? Have you died? Hello? Alright, War is dead. I'm going to continue to speak into the microphone. But here we are. This is going to be, of course, the 3rd fight of the game. It's going to be kicking off now. Ali going to be trying to get that damage off pretty early on with the stickies. Mike actually just jumped straight onto Denia. He's going to be picking him up really early, and that's an absolutely crucial pickup for them. Now, the counter frags was coming in by Tom there, but he didn't actually manage to get the frag that he wanted. Mike has paid with his life, however, but this is looking really good now for Perilous. If they've got this man advantage, and if they play this correctly, things could definitely go their way. They just need to play the heals and focus down these targets. If they potentially can, Vanny dropping to no half at all, going to have to basically get healed up. Falash, it's a nutty air shot onto it. These keep making a second, as Skeege is going to be falling. No medic for comfortably Spanked. Good day, Skeege, good day. Ast is going to be hitting up a nice little scatter shot onto Vanny there, bringing him down, and Perilous are looking so hot right now as they're just cleaning up all of these frags. Tom might pay with his life, indeed he will not. And there's a pause. Okay, just a nick of time. Hi, War. Hello? I can hear myself. Hello? What are you doing? I can't hear you. I can hear myself. Hello, War. Hello? What's going on? Right, okay. War has been forcefully muted because he's throwing the stream. But this is a pause, which I've got to talk about for God knows how long. I don't know why they're pausing. Should probably get some information. Just reading the chat. The fucking, I'm getting memed by War. What are you doing, kid?
What?
Why are you memeing me?
Am I better now?
Yes, you are.
There you go. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, my PC fell asleep.
Right.
Because it was bored of me, so that was it. And then it had the wrong headset. Well, the wrong microphone. It had my headset mic, which is bad.
Yeah, that was weird. I could hear myself.
Do you not like hearing yourself?
No, I'm not too fussed, to be honest. But here we go. The unpause has happened. You didn't really miss much at all, to be honest. Falash is going to be finishing up Tom, as we suspected. The HUD is going to be a little bit messed up for the short amount of time. But look at Silentes trying to make some plays happen. Gets off one rock onto Skeege. Not going to pick up that second one, unfortunately. And now this is where comfortably Spanked start to roll out. They're going to be seeing if they can pick up any frags they possibly can. The aggression taken straight to them. And it's actually Denia who's going to be picking up Falash to get that entry into them. No sniper now for Perilous. And this cap is almost... But the point, I should say, is almost capped up already. Forcing out the Uber by Perilous here. And this is looking really, really good for Perilous, actually. They didn't even let comfortably Spanked get the cap whatsoever.
It's, they're playing a lot more with a lot more pace for Perilous. I'm quite surprised that comfortably Spanked haven't gone back to heavy at any point, because it was working well for them to just sort of slow the pace of the game, which is now what Perilous are dictating. So it's like the roles have completely reversed now. I guess it's because obviously, you know, heavy versus a sniper, but it can just tuck the heavy away and then just try and invite people to bomb. is that Mike that's behind who's now about to get taken? No, Silenters, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to make an attempt onto Tom. Tom picks... Oh, Skeech drop! Ali with a beautiful pill, just dropping straight over. Look at that curve, and they are 4 down. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness,
what a kill.
that was a return.
Nice,
wow.
Oh my god. What?
What are these kids doing?
Talk to me, please.
What's happening?
What in God's name is this? Just kills after kills.
It
the
doesn't
medics
really
are just dropping.
Matter so much because Comfortably Spanked haven't done anything. Oh, Koss has killed himself.
Koss has killed himself as well. Yeah,
why?
Brilliant
Sideshow's
plays.
not playing.
That's no medic as well for another 5 seconds here. Koss apparently joined the wrong team there, so he killed himself in the process, and this is going to be a recap now for Comfortably Spanked, and this could be the opening that they needed, playing off Perilous's misfortunes and misplays there. Denier, with the help of Hank, is going to be finishing up Ali there, hits off a nice little body shot to finish him up. Hank with the scatter shot. Big jump forward by Silenters as he's just really trying to create some distractions, get some information for his team, and now Perilous. They are working their way and wriggling their way onto this point, trying to see if they can get a frag if possible. It's Hank is fallen very low. Silenters actually going to be the one to pick up one frag on Tom there on the sidelines with the help of his good friend Falash. And now Comfortably Spanked are actually getting forced out in a very sticky situation here. Uber's going to be popped off. Koss is actually going to go down to Vanny with the forward jump. And now that's actually pretty good for Comfortably Spanked. I'd be happy with that.
I do not... Like, they were obviously like just trading the point, but I don't know what Perilous were doing. They were just, I guess, waiting for Thalash to pick something. But Koss was just so committed to that. He was like literally by their cliff, and they must know they have a disadvantage. Because all that happened was they just Ubered them and killed them, so they literally gained no advantage at all by doing what they're doing, and now they just completely ruined it. Well, it's going to be difficult to come back for this now.
Here we are. Slenter is going to be trying to make some plays happen, but it's Denier who's going to be the one to body shot Falash in the end. Ast with the counter-frag onto Tom. Can they get any more? That is the question, as we do see Ast and Mike on the back lines trying to basically create some chaos, pull some players back. Hank might actually fall. No, it's not. They're actually getting these frags onto them. And now Mike has to wait for that arrow. He's on 39 HP. He is going to get it. He might actually pick up this frag onto a D-Skiz. He's too far forward there. He does indeed. Denier going to be picking up that frag onto Ali as well, but Comfortably Spanked still in control at this point. The time difference that they slowly accrued on the side of Perilous has just disappeared. He killed Skeech.
That was insane.
Was that...
Like... That was...
What was that?
Ridiculous.
Was that Falash? Okay, so the game is going to be restarted quickly because David's having some technical issues. So we're just going to... This is going to be a radio cast now, so this is pretty well suited for you, War, with your succulent voice.
ASMR cast now. I'm going to put my...
Rightio, and we do see a D-Ski.
Well, there's no spies. I'm not good at this now.
That's fine, that's fine. We do see Silenters. He's going to be basically forward swamming. Denier is going to be picking up one frag onto Falash, which is, as we see, Comfortably Spanked basically trying to retake this this cap now for the side. And here comes the Uber, actually going to be popped out by both these teams. A few players being dropped there. Vanny in the process. Ast also going to be falling. But ultimately, it looks like Perilous is still going to be in control of this point. Not much else happening. Tom is going to be able to finish off Silenters there with the crater. But really, it's just Comfortably Spanked striking back. And here goes Mike on the back lines. Managed to pick up Skeej with 1 rockets, 2 rockets, just destroying them. No medic. 28 seconds left on the clock. Comfortably Spanked have just recapped, so there's only a minute left for them. And this is a radio cast.
It's not so bad for Comfortably Spanked. I mean, I think Ski should maybe go crits just to try and equalise the situation. There's not going to be enough time for Uber anyway. He's gone for Uber. So he's gone for it. Cost is almost at 60%. This is going to need something special.
Oh, Hank picks up Koss on the back lines. There we go. This is some frags now for Perilous, but they've lost. There's so many people. Look at this. Frags happening all over the place. 4 down on every side. Mike and Ash, the only survivors on Perilous. Ash trying to take that 1v1 against Hank. Can they do it? Hank pistols him down. And now it's just a D-Ski and Hank trying to basically keep them off this point. They're going to get this recap potentially. Mike is just trying to do his darndest basically to try and keep them off it, but he's taking so much spam. He's going to be able to rocket jump out, but Comfortably Spanked in control now with 30 seconds remaining.
Mike absolutely trashed on Skeej. Like he had an air shot that was just like my mum. It was fat.
Right. And there we go. Perilous. They got 5 seconds left. They know they cannot give this up now. Vanny on heavy. This has worked out well for them in the first round. We'll see if it's working out again. And they're getting off a lot of denial, actually. Picking up quite a few frags. Hank on the 8k. Picks up Silenters there. Mike on the back lines, putting in a lot of work. So much damage. He's already fallen to absolutely no half at all. Skeej actually picks up Falash with the kill. And here we go. The countdown has begun. This is where the frags really matter. They have not focused on Mike whatsoever. And he's getting all these frags. And he get a D-Ski. I don't think he does, but he does pick up 2 in the process. And Perilous, he's potentially, and I think he has, he's saved that for his team there. That behind enemy line play.
That was ridiculous. Like, Mike absolutely just sort of won that situation for them. I'm pretty sure the past minute was pretty much just won by Mike because, well, that last moment when he gets 3 frags and he's just staying in that house for like absolutely ages. It was unreal. And to his credit to Koss as well, he kept him alive for so long with arrows. It was really, really well played.
Absolutely, and here we are. This is where it kicks off now. Denny is still opting for that sniper that he's so well accustomed to, and here comes the aggression straight away. Mike going to be picking up that frag onto Hank straight away, but he's actually going to be the one to counter frag. Denny picks up another one. That's 2 already. Salentas and Mike falling. No soldiers now for them. Make it Ali as he picks up the third. I don't know why I said make it Ali, but there we go. Denny, what is this man made of? He's literally just toggled in the last seconds, picking up 3 quick kills to secure this round for his team, or I should say secure the point, not the round.
That was, to be honest, they really need him to be doing this all the time. The problem with him going sniper is that if he misses shots, then it's obviously useless. So at the moment he's a little bit in danger, but I'm pretty sure about to kill Mike. Yeah.
He got
See,
the
again,
force.
Koss is really, really far forward though. If they had a soldier with him, Koss would be dead. I mean, it's unfortunate that they don't, but it's those sort of plays that if you're going to commit people to try and do a force,
right?
Yeah. If you're going to force, like, commit people to force, you can't commit your medics so like far forward into that.
Well, they are fragging because
wow.
Zadisky is just picked up pipe after Sticky, and now they're already 2 players down. Astan Salenta's going to be falling. They still have not capped this point. It's almost capped and Perilous. They can pretty much just taste it. Look at Mike just hiding around that corner. He's just basically getting spammed out there by Zadisky, trying to get that damage off. They're going to try and recap this now by pressuring off Hank, and here comes the Uber actually going to be popped up. Denia, he's picked up Mike. Didn't get that flash just in time. Koss just misses him, and this is where the counter-aggression can come out by Comfortably Spanked. They could potentially punish this pretty badly. As Ali is actually dropped as well, 16 seconds on that man's respawn, but this forward hold by Perilous is not, I say it wasn't working out, but they've actually picked up quite a few frags, and Skeege is the one to fall in the midst of it. So they are going to hold with an Uber advantage. Are you dead again? Is this what's happening? You're just going to leave me at these moments when I need an analyst at this very moment? He's gone, he's disconnected. Right, we've kicked him. War's gone, it's now a solo cast. And this is where it's time to shine, because this is pretty much all I practice cast, is solo cast. So here we go, Tom with a big bomb forward. Going to be trying to pick up that frag, and indeed they have. Denia picks up Koss in the end. Salentes with the counter frag onto Tom, I should say. This is going to be the recap now by Comfortably Spanked. And they've actually picked up another one. The D-Ski with a lovely sticky drop onto Salentes there. Ali on the back line, trying to make something happen. Falash and Ast wants to finish up Skeege, but really, they dropped so many players in the process. The D-Ski is fragging so hard. He's on a 6 kill streak right now. They're still in control of the point. They've got this time advantage right now. And Koss, however, the only saving grace for the side of Perilous right now is this Uber advantage, but it's not even a big one whatsoever. Now they're going to be trying to play it with this player advantage and this heal advantage they've got, because they know they've got the superior respawns. And here we go, they're trying to make something happen here. Tom is actually off class to heavy now. He's going to be trying to create some plays and potentially, I say that, Perilous is going to be picking up Tom there, and they're going to be able to get this recap straight away. And big jump forward by Salentes. He's trying to make something happen. Ali, 1 sticky, 2 sticky, 3 sticky. Can he hit up anything else? Hank is in a little bit of trouble here. Ali, 1 pill, 2 pill, destroying the side of Comfortably Spanked. They absolutely collapsed onto them into that corner. And now WARHURYEAH, he's back from the dead. He's joined me again. Hello.
I'm sweating so much, it's just pouring on my PC, and it keeps on shorter now, I'm sorry. But I did catch that moment from Ali, and that was pretty solid, to be honest. Like, they were pretty much paying no attention to him, though. Adiski's trying to go out, so they're trying to break the forward hold now, which is going to be quite interesting how they play it. I mean, the NA way to do it is that you just force everybody for the right side. Just try and commit for the demo.
Oh. I don't think he's going to get anything, but look at Tom. Straight away onto Koss. 1 rocket. Can he have the air shot? No, Koss just serves away in the nick of time. It's a beautiful attempt, though, but not going to be getting much from it. Ast was that Salentes and Ast, actually. Very deep in their spawn. But sorry, what were you saying?
Like, to me, I don't know why they would carry on playing a sniper when you're locked up in spawn, you know? The angles are tiny. Look at the D-Ski.
No way, is he going to get away with this? He gets the force just from his sheer presence. Jumping straight onto them. There we go. Perilous in a bit of a bad situation now, as Comfortably Spanked can kite this any way they like now. They're going to be picking up Mike Falash with the counter frag. Can he pick up Hank as well? He's so weak, actually. He needs to back out. Denny is the saving grace for his team. Picks up that frag across the map, basically, onto Ast. And that's going to be a few players down. Perilous still in control of this point. But at what cost? You know,
yeah,
it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, I'm really not starting to see the benefits of a sniper too much now. I mean, if he's now just getting single, like, stationary picks on, like, maybe useless classes, you can do that with a scout. Like it's starting not really to see its worth.
Well, there we go. Comfortably Spanked going to be trying to recap this point if they can. Mike actually going to be the one to drop their ass with the counter frag onto a D-ski. They're doing their darndest to cap this point up. Can they do it? They do manage to pick it up in the end. And look at this. Uber going to be put out now by the side of Comfortably Spanked as they're trying to basically collect any of these players and bring them down. Denny are going to be, well, getting Silentas out of that. But really, I don't think that was the most, or that wasn't really what I wanted, I should say, out of that over completely. I mean, Vanny is going to be trying to make some plays happen, but no, he's just going to back off now. And this is a very passive hold as we do see War on the side of Comfortably Spanked.
Really be doing something more aggressive, especially as they need to get the Uber out of cost as soon as possible. But they're just going to give them the point. Just not
Mike! No way! If he gets his frag, I don't think he's got the back. He's forced Skeege all the way back. Oh my goodness, what a play. And look at all this room he's created for his team. Perilous have already got this cap up. Silentes is basically going to be able to get out healthy as a young bird in spring. And he's going to get arrowed up as well. And Mike gets out of his life as well. How in God's name does he manage to pluck a situation out of that? And here we go. 4 seconds left. Ticking down. Can they do it? Comfortably Spanked needs to get this recap. And look at these frags. Ali picks up one pipe, picks up the second one, picks up the third. He's fragging so much. And there we go. Perilous take it 3-1. Unbelievable stuff by Mike.
Bren, stop it, you're scaring me.
Oh my god. Unbelievable. Genuinely, that was crazy stuff.
The amount of times that, like, or the amount of time, sorry, that Mike is just, you know, like, getting is insane. Like, he's literally buying so much time and making so much space. It's like the universe it's unreal. Like, he was literally behind them. I think it was when he was going on Skeege in the last moment, but he was still by the health pack and just maybe in and out of spawn just for the whole thing, and he just still stays alive. They just don't really know how to deal with that. And it was it's pretty well played how at the start we saw Comfortably Spanked really dictate like the game, the whole pace of it, playing it how they wanted to and how they would comfortably, and then it just completely, you know, flipped on its head after a while.
Let's take a look at these logs that we've got up. As you'd expect from Mike, an absolutely stellar performance from that man with 366 damage per minute. He did have 24 deaths, but he was creating so much room for his entire team, and he was creating play after play as well. Ali following up quite close behind him with 339 damage per minute, 16 deaths as well, so that's quite good for him. And Denny, as you'd expect as well, is definitely up there. But what do you make of this? I mean, in what ways? I suppose you touched on a little bit mid game there about how when Vanny off class back to his soldier role off of heavy, that was quite bad.
I would like to see the numbers, but I've now only just been able to understand how I computer. So
right, so you don't have the logs up.
I do now, just at this very moment.
Brilliant.
So yeah, Mike was literally just. I think a large portion of it as well was how many arrows that cost really hit on him as well. There was quite a few occasions when he was in lunchbox and he would just peek out, draw some attention, he would get weak, and then cost would just arrow him again and he'd just do the same thing again. It was like a completely repetitive moment. But yeah, I think the problem with Comfortably Spanked is to use an outdated metaphor, is that they put all their eggs in one basket. I don't know if you do that anymore, but I certainly don't put all my eggs in a basket anymore. But
at least you didn't do a sideshow where he said put all your pies in one basket or something. I cannot remember the exact. I think he just had a brain aneurysm mid-cast and came out of that.
Maybe that's like bring it to make it more hip. But I don't think anyone use baskets anymore. You know, maybe like carry a bag.
I mean, who even keeps multiple pies in a basket? That's what
exactly. Why would you have? Yeah,
I can understand eggs, but
anyway.
But yeah, one thing that's worth pointing out is Denny's lack of deaths. 10 deaths on the man, 4.6 KAD. As we saw from that game, Denny was an absolute monster, an absolute force of nature that game, as I think I described him early on. And it's absolutely true. He repeatedly just basically dragged Comfortably Spanked, kicking and screaming into that game, whether they liked it or not.
Yeah, it's as I was saying, they had put like everything and committed everything into that. And it's just, you can't really do that. And surprisingly, they didn't even have heavy again at all. But again, I feel like that was just because Thalish was sniping as well. But I think they could just played it smarter. Denia's kill-death ratio means absolutely nothing because you lost. You know?
Yeah.
And not only that, but most of those frags were just singular picks that at the start they seemed to have quite a bit of an effect, but as the game progressed they seemed to have sort of less of a real sort of effect on the game apart from just killing out, you know, 1 or 2 players.
He was literally just body shotting the entire game. Yeah. David highlighted just then he only had 12 headshots and 36 frags.
Like, the thing's like that's fine because it's a kill. A kill's a kill. Like regardless of how you get it, it's done. The problem starts to really show itself when further on into the game you need actual impact frags, and when you're, you know, like getting them but temporarily, but on the other side you have players like Mike who are just absolutely slamming your own medic and your team's not really defending them that well. That's when the problem becomes like a lot bigger. I mean, credit between I can't really sort of say anything major that went wrong. Skeege played quite well. He only had 1 drop, which is good, I guess, for him. But I feel that he played sort of quite well. He did have quite a few moments, and he didn't seem to really sort of crumble under pressure anymore. So overall, I'm gonna have a look at more of these snazzy things.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Oh wow, what is this? I've never seen this before. This is new.
It's this percentage thing.
But look at the arrows.
I can't see it.
You can't see the arrows. These arrows are top notch. I don't know if David can see these, but I've got some secret logs where I can see the player movements. It's an absolute mess, so you're not really missing out. But yeah, this game is gonna start fairly shortly, so we do need to hurry along these logs. As you'd expect, comfortably spanked, really forced into their own side there. Look at that. Only leading in the frags in their own half, whereas Perilous really the dominant force on their mids and even in their own side. So,
man, I'd love to be able to see this because I will get quite an erection over these numbers.
Can you not see it at all?
No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's too late. It's too late. Yeah, we're going to begin the Reckoner game fairly shortly. I believe the countdown is going to begin, if not now, very soon. And yeah, as I say that, here we go. 3, 2, 1 is called. And here we are, map number 2. If you just missed it, you missed a hell of a game. It was comfortably spanked versus Perilous, and it still is. These two teams battling it out. Perilous ended up winning it 3-1 handedly on product. And now we're moving to Reckoner, which is a bit of it's the newest map in the ETF2L rotation. We're going to see which way this team has decided to take it. Ali is taking a little bit of spam on this mid, first of all. Adiski also trading a few blows there with the stickies. And Vanny, with a forward jump onto that point, going to be seeing if he can create any room for his team already. It's actually going to be Ass picking up that frag onto Denia. So a one-man advantage straight away by Perilous. Big jump forward by Tom, but he's getting absolutely destroyed. Look at this aggression. They need to go for the medic, and Kos serves away with absolute excellency as he's just getting away with his life straight away. Skeege has backed out, thankfully, but a very, very slow-paced mid compared to what we were used to.
Yeah, they're really, really backing all the way back to last.
Well, look at Mike. Look at where Mike is. He's going for this play. Slowly but surely. Like a predator in the night. Here he comes! 1 rocket! 2 rocket, maybe, please! He's done it! He's picked up Skeege! Unbelievable stuff! That's say goodbye to your Uber to defend last with. As Mike, or should I say Moth, has done it again. And now Perilous, they've got all this room to breathe. They can move all the way in.
Justice reigns from above. Yeah, that was pretty insane. But this is really, really sort of like weird because they played it quite well. They know they lost everyone and they could just like push them straight to last. But then they just don't sort of even entertain the fact that someone could actually just be following them and will just go onto them on last. You know, it's a bit strange. But we have the
Uber.
Quite an interesting situation. But no, they're actually going to push on this.
Yeah, well, they've spotted the sentry, and that's going to be one of the first things to go down. They have actually lost Falash. Salanta's only just getting respawns, and this is looking pretty bad now for Perilous. They need to try and get out and salvage this if they potentially can. Kos is trying to get out alive, but Vanny just chases him down in that lower area, and they are just getting frag after frag. Everyone's dying. Ast picks up 1 frag onto a D-ski, but is it all for naught as Hank is just basically battering him down with the help of Vanny? This is going to be a recap now for Comfortably Spanked. If they have successfully defended that last when it seemed like the odds were against them there.
I was a bit worried that it was going to be a stalemate situation like what happened yesterday. But yeah, they actually Yeah,
Right,
I am not the
Nameless
person.
struggled to push in.
Yeah, I'm not the person to be casting that, let's be honest. Oh my goodness, Vanny.
Oh, what an air shot coming out by Vanny! And Mike has been destroyed, but is it enough? Oh, he just does manage to pick up that frag. Falash going to be picking up the counter frag onto Vanny. There's a beautiful air shot by Vanny there, picking him up, and there we go. The force is going to come out now by Comfortably Spanked. They're looking to take it all the way into that toxic area, but are they going to be able to get anything from it? I don't know. It's actually, yes, they are. Hank picks up Ast of all people, and now...
Oh my goodness.
Was that a... Oh my god, did he just slow peek that around the corner and pick up Skis?
Skis was standing still.
What is he doing?
That
Skis. Here we go, but this is Perilous now, trying to make some plays happen. Moving in slowly but surely. Trying to create some spam and exchange it. They potentially will, but Tom, look how far! How did he even get there? I don't understand it, but he's managed to pick up Koss anyway. Falash does a quick 180 and snipes him up. He was hiding underneath. But Jesus Lord Almighty, they're going to be happy with that one at least. Anyway, that was turning a bad situation into a better one. And here we go. This aggression coming up by Comfortably Spanked. They've already picked up 2 frags as Denia and Vanny going to be finishing up Mike and Falash. And now Comfortably Spanked in a very, very good position here to... Well, they haven't lost the mid-fight. They didn't even recap it Perilous when they were pushing on, so they're already going to be recapping the second point, and with a hefty Uber advantage to work off War.
Now it's going to be quite interesting to see how Spank will now push last, because we saw yesterday how Clueless tried to, make almost no attempt to do anything creative. They've got an Uber advantage. It'd be interesting. And the other thing as well, the last point actually is quite quick, so if you do get a scout onto it, you can easily just force players to focus it, and I feel like that's one of the main problems. Team are going to suss out this map, but they're going to try for it now.
Yeah, here we are. We're going to be popped in. Sentry immediately going down. Aston Heavy going to do his darndest to try and keep them down. They haven't got many frags at all. Silenta's going to be the first one to fall, and now it's pretty much a DM fest now as they're trying to exchange his spam. As takes 2 fat rockets. It's not going to be enough. Here we go. Still trying to spam each other out. Mike on the back line on no health whatsoever. Trying to create these plays. Can they do it? Finally picks them 2. Secures it for his team in the end as they just walk onto the point. That was a 4-kill streak for Vanny there, apparently, as he just absolutely destroyed there on that last point. They weren't focusing down at all.
That was really, really good. That was, like, absolutely perfect. I was a little bit skeptical at first because they seemed to have used most of their Uber just for taking out the sentry. But they didn't overcommit. They didn't sort of push into the heavy or anything. They took their time. They really did play it finely, but, you know, they didn't sort of rush for it and make mistakes. They just played it slow, focused on kills, and, you know, give the objective.
Yeah, well, here we are, another mid-fight, another day. Here we go, Vanny with the big bomb forward, and look at that. Koss is the one to fall. In the end, that's no medic for them, and now Skeej, he needs to be protected like a little mother protecting their children. And here we are, the bomb forward by Mike is going to be getting up that pack, so they are going to be healed up, and ultimately they are going to win that mid. But it's really all on Mike now, and they've actually managed to get in! How has he done this? They called it, and Skeej was just running into walls like a bot. What is he doing? That was so good for them. If they got out there, they could have repushed the Uber. But Perilous, they just rolled deep and destroyed.
My hand hurts on the amount of face palming I'm doing. Like, my face is, like, completely bruised and bloody now. I don't know, it's obviously, like, map knowledge does play a role, but it's already happened once. You know, it's very, very easy and quick to navigate around this map. It's, like, deceptively short. You don't really sort of realise how sort of short a distance it is between each point. So you just gotta, like, oh, goodness. This is just stupid. It really, really is. It annoys me so much now.
You know, flashbacks to the Cadus cast where he's basically just calling out... I can't remember the team we were casting together, but I think Perilous, they've got an Uber, and there they are. They're going to pop straight in. They need to focus down this sentry, however. 1 sticky, 2 stickies will do it, bringing it down straight away. They've already got a lot of frags, as there's actually a D-ski is going to be the one to fall in the end. Here comes Uber. Look at that air shot by Mike, denying any attempt of a jump in there by the soldiers, but they've got so many frags to work off now. Comfortably Spanked, picking up 3 kills. Tom with a big bomb forward. Is he going to be able to pick up Ali? He gets the health back. Can he get the frag onto Tom? He's not going to be able to do it, as they have backed him up straight away. Koss also going to be falling in the process, and it's a complete wipe.
That's like the second time in a row I think they've wiped or taken out at least 4 players. So, I mean, the last pushes from Perilous are becoming quite... You know, the next one that happens, if you're going to be presented with a last push again and you keep on failing them, it's going to be kind of nerve-wracking. It's going to really rattle your confidence.
Yeah.
But there just doesn't... I don't know, there just seems to be no focus targets. And it just seems like, just put... If there's a problem with they're moving, like Kite and Yoruba, sorry, just put a scout on the point and then just force them to make the move into you, and then, you know, that's it. You can turn around any situation like that.
Well, here we are looking to make an attempt if possible. Mike has been completely destroyed out of the air. He is going to go down in the end. I think he hit off a few little shots there, here and there. But Comfortably Spanked just really taking this with no contention whatsoever from Perilous. They know they can't contest it. It's going to be 100% Uber on the side of Comfortably Spanked as they're looking to roll deep straight away. And here comes the Uber. Going to be popped off. They need to try and focus down this sentry if they possibly can. It's only level 1 and they do manage to bring it down in the end. And now it's Ast as the second target. Vanny, look at that jump in straight away. Going to be trying to create some damage for his team and create some mayhem. So much cap time and they have not forced him off whatsoever. Ask just walks across the point. It wasn't even Ask, was it? It was Adiski, sorry. Adiski walks across the point and they just didn't kill him. They just did not kill him.
That push was actually really, really good. So they just duped on the right side. Adiski just stickied up the right spawn, and then both soldiers left. So he just completely shut out the entire brunt of Perilous, and you can just get scouts on a point. Perilous are then forced to come out, and then they all die.
Well, here we are, mid-fight number 3 straight away. Coming out, they need to try and get some frags if they potentially can to make a change here. Perilous in a bit of a sticky situation. Mike in that lower area, I don't know if they spotted him here. He tries to jump out, but beats his jump, and now he's actually going to be punished for it. But really, 2 frags already on the side of Perilous as they've destroyed Denia and Adiski, and now they really need to back out. They do not have the heroes, they do not have the players. Hank may pay with his life, indeed he has, and Perilous just absolutely crushing them on these mid-fights. And now, Skeezy needs to get out alive if he potentially can. Vanny's doing his dar, let's just try and keep them out. Salentis with the big bomb forward. Is he going to be able to get it? He's hot on Skeezy's tail, I should say. And that is going to be the frag. So that is no Uber that they're going to be able to defend last with whatsoever. And the good thing about that is, for Perilous, Kos has 100% Uber.
Yeah, but it doesn't really make a difference now. Because they failed the last 2, I think. Who knows? Skeej isn't going to spawn for another 3 seconds, so anything can happen.
Well, this is it. They're going to be trying to make some plays now. They need to try and focus down this heavy if they can. They have indeed. Denny are going to be the one to fall. Uber going to be popped out. Tom gets air shot straight away. Nice pipe by Ali as well to finish him up. And here we go. Frags for days. They're trying to make it happen. Can they do it? Only 2 players left. And yes, all they had to do was play the point. 2-1 makes the scoreline.
Filthy double O. That was
a team effort. That was. Jesus.
That was nutty as fuck.
Anyway,
I've got a thing with nuts today. I don't know why.
You love the nuts. You love the nuts.
I think it's because mine are very, very sweaty, and I can't stop thinking about them. But
I'm incredibly sweaty as well. This is absolutely a very humid environment. But this is going to be mid-fight number 4. Going to be kicking off straight away, as we do see Mike and Tom meeting head on. With those bombs, and they're trying to basically make these plays, but Tom is going to be the one to pay with his life in the end. Both teams playing it quite passively as it stands. Denia taking a bit of damage as well. He's going to have to back off, and Kos just arrow skate across the map and might finish up the counter frag onto a D-ski. They're 4 down already. Ali pipes down Vanny. There we go. Falash onto Denia. The complete wipe. Absolutely destroying them. Perilous just showing them what's what on these mid-fights. My god, and that's 100% Uber once again to push in with.
Yeah, that. To be honest, Kos's arrows have been absolutely on point. Like moments before that, he just just hit a nice arrow on Mike. I mean, he wouldn't have died if he fell, but it's the thought that counts.
Yeah. Well,
but it'll be. They've got a little bit more setup time, so it'll be interesting to see if Perilous do make it this time. Now they've got actually something against.
Well, they're going to be popping in with a super straight away now. They're Sentry doing a little bit of work. It doesn't actually go down. Denia shotguns Ali to death in the end. They've dropped so many players on the side of Comfortably Spanked. They need to try and play this a bit more carefully as the dynamic duo of Scouts, Falash and Ast, just absolutely destroying Comfortably Spanked. All this capped on already. It's going to be all for naught. It's 2-all is the scoreline in the end. Perilous just bring it back in the end now with 18 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Just when it was looking pretty strong for Comfortably Spanked, Perilous showing them what's what.
About to make an incredibly insensitive joke, but I don't think I will, because I don't think I'll be allowed to cast again, so everyone use your imagination.
But here we go once again. This is another mid-fight. Very, very rapid rounds we've had these past 2 rounds. They're going to be exchanging a lot of spam. Ali is going to eat that sticky. The double soldier aggression coming out by Perilous as they're trying to basically create these frags and create them. They most likely will, but it's actually Vanny who's going to be picking up that frag onto Mike. Brilliant little shot by him. Salentis with the counter frag onto Denia. They're 1 player down on each side, but it looks like Comfortably Spanked have the positioning advantage, or do they? As Skeej, he's trying to jump up to Salentis, I should say, trying to jump up to Skeej. He hits off 1 rocket, but he's just beefing far too many of them. and they've dropped so many players. Comfortably Spanked do not have the heals, however, and Skeege, he needs to escape. He picks up that little exit frag onto Ali, but he's just going to get chased down here. He needs to get out of his life. He's not going to do it. No, Falash just going to be the one to run him down in the end. So once again, Toss has 100% Uber, and Pellet, it feels like Perilous have just clocked them on these mids completely.
I don't know, like, it was just, Vanny made so much space, but it just seems like no one's hitting their shots on Spanked now. I don't know what it is.
That's a pause.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah,
I was
we're
worried
gonna
that
see a
I
pause.
timed out.
No. We're going to see a pause. So, thoughts on the way this game is going? What's going wrong for Comfortably Spanked on these mid fights?
I think it is literally just not as coordinated at the start. They really sort of seemed to have approached with an idea. Although, to be honest, they have actually won a mid fight now. I think about it.
Yeah, they've won a few.
Because I know I don't think so. The first two were like rolls. Because I think I've seen. Yeah, the first two were failed pushes to last.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Skeege has died on the way back from mid, maybe 3 out of 4 rounds.
yeah.
So yeah, they haven't won a mid. So actually, I don't know. It does seem like they're not hitting their shots, because on that last mid, they kind of like really did sort of bring the fight to Perilous. They had a really good position at the start, but nobody dead, and that's a big problem when you're trying to win the game. You need to dead people. And if you're not deading enough, then you're going to lose. But yeah, they just seem to be. Again, they are going to have to really just, I don't know, maybe play the games from the last point every round, because that seems to be their only real hope. But Perilous are now really sort of using the momentum when they get it. You can see how quick they are, and when they're going around the map, they're literally not giving them any room to breathe. So as long as they keep that up, they'll just have this map in the bag. If I think Comfortably Spanked really need to sort of, you know what, I would honestly just say, don't go to mid. If you've lost all 4 mids, then there's nothing wrong with it. If you're going to just wipe your team on mid, just don't go to mid, just sit on second, it's fine. Like, all you've done is just sort of giving yourself a chance. So right. I don't think there's going to be any sort of issues with doing that, but I don't think they'll go for that. There's only been one team.
Do that.
There's been one, I'll tell you that now. It's let me tell you a story.
Right, bring me back
to
to
the
the days.
Came to Team Fortress 2, young Bren. What happened was, there was once a team called, I think it was called Power Gaming. They were an old TF2 org, and they were being wrecked by Dignitas on the mid-fights of Badlands, and then one of the oldest players, Moose, decided to not go to mid, and they didn't, and they won the game.
They won the game.
Fantastic. I think so, yeah. It was like when Dunk and some old Finnish players played. They were struggling on Badlands middle, so we're just like, yeah, let's not go to mid. And I'm pretty sure they turned it around and won that game, so...
Well, I didn't want to stop you, unfortunately. I just wanted to see how that played out, because I was quite enjoying it, your impression of old WARHURYEAH speaking to his young grandchild. But...
That's actually my normal voice. This is the one that I put on for my online personality. That's why I'm so boring. I've got no connection to the youth of today.
Yeah, David is telling us that Bane most recently tried it against PC Master Race in the GMAT qualifiers on Badlands, where they put a heavy on Spire, and he still got absolutely crushed. So,
who's Bane? How many seasons of Prem has he won?
None.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a nobody. Absolute nobody. Yeah.
The problem is that Badlands putting heavy on Spire, you think would work, but the problem is that with the damage fall off, anybody that's not near the Spire is going to be taking quite minimal damage, so it wouldn't work. If they had put like maybe the heavy on Launchpad or Haunter, then it would work a lot better. But yeah, the position would have probably been what caused that. But yeah, I think at the moment, Comfortably Spanked just need to do something to slow down the game, because they're just getting rattled by the constant aggression. And I think this is sort of one of the problems with low mid-prem teams. When they're sort of faced with a problem, they just keep on doing the same thing, or they'll pull a trump card out, which won't be Donald Trump. It will just be a metaphorical card where they send everybody onto one person, and it won't work. But we'll see how they address it.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because this game is still in comfortably Spanked's hands, and they just need to stop these slip-ups and get their act into gear. But we do see now scoreline still 2-0. If you're just 2-all, I should say. If you're just joining us now, it was Perilous that took the first map. Going to be having a little bit of a recap here. Now they're going to be pushing in to this last. They comfortably Spanked are trying to hold the sentry gun, doing a bit of damage here, trying to basically deny them off to the darndest, to the best of their abilities, I should say. Still no Uber popped out by Perilous. They're milking this to an absolute T. They picked up so many frags. Sentry going down. Tom is most likely going to fall as well on the back lines, and all they're going to do now is clear these stickies off, play the point. Adiski has died, so they're free to just walk onto it, and this is going to make it 3-2 to the side of Perilous as they are just rolling deep.
Yeah, I don't know when the pause came into effect and what player it was, but I'd hope that they would use it to sort of reflect on what they need to do. So we'll see. Again, it's going to be another mid where they'll probably lose it. That's the prediction, but
right. Okay.
Let's see how they sort of address the real problem.
Yeah, well, straight away going to be rolling out pretty much the same way. Not really much switch up apart from Adiski taking the aggression straight to Falash there. Salentes and Mike opting for those big crates, and here comes Tom actually trying to create some plays happen. But yeah, look at that, back straight out of mid straight away. Here comes the pause. Someone DC'd or something happened there. That's where the pause happened. So it wasn't. Maybe they paused. And they were just listening to you say, "I really think they shouldn't go to mid," and then they were like, "Yeah, this is. Well, listen to this war guy. He seems to know what he's talking about."
Yeah, Vanny conveniently unplugged his headset at the right moment to hear this. You cheaters! How dare you?
Is that a reference? Is that like a reference that I'm missing?
No, that was what he said in chat. Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah, audio there.
Yeah. So
not on the ball.
Yeah, that's fine. I clearly am, as you can tell by my enthusiasm today. But this is now going to be sort of like the chance for Comfortably Spanked to really sort of do something, because this is pretty much the first time where the game has been in a stalemate situation. Uber v Uber, that's not on last. Like, yeah. I don't think we've actually seen like a proper fight on second. So I think the only times we have seen fights is when Ski's dying to Mike or Salentes or Thalash or whatever Perilous player.
Do they know Mike's there right now? Look at where he's hidden. I don't think they have a clue, do they? But here we go. He wants to make it. He's shown himself. I don't know. He's not. Is he going to be able to get? Okay, he's going to die. Right. I thought he was going to go for a cheeky little play, but no. He's just going to pay with his life, and that's going to prompt the passive hold now by Perilous. Don't really want to give up too much room, so to speak, but. Here we go, Comfortably Spanked, already moving into this midpoint from the underside area. Vanny is caught a little bit out of position here, and he's dropped to absolutely no health whatsoever. Gonna have to be healed straight up by Ski, just gonna get the arrow in the end. But what is this mixed match of a mid fight that they're trying to take here? They've already dropped 2 players, while nobody was in the mid.
That was possibly the worst push I've ever seen.
I don't know what they were doing in the slightest. Ski was healing someone in Untitled while there was a fight kicking off on both sides of the mid. That made no sense.
Oh my god. I cannot. Oh my goodness.
Okay, it's indescribable for a man of your knowledge. It just didn't make sense. You just can't analyse it, can you?
It was just so stupid. Like, to me, that seemed like the kind of push that you would find in like old TF2 lobby. That was just so bad.
Right. Well, Daneo's going to be able to pick up that frag against Salentes, which might stay off the aggression for a little while. This is Uber, I believe, on both sides. It is indeed. So Perilous going to be thinking twice before just rushing all the way in. But yeah, I mean, they were just given that second point pretty much for free now. Falash has swapped roles, I believe, into the sniper, and Denia on spy. Yeah, good spot. Good spot. My head is broken.
Let's see if he goes for the movement on the King of Squirrels. As you can see, he's now taken the elevated position, which is not good for a spy, because he's not Reaper. Overwatch reference. So let's see if he can move forward. Shh! Is this a David Attenborough voice? No, it's just a spy, you have to be quiet. Right, okay, well, Perilous are trying to move into the lobby area now, and he's actually on the medic. Can he pick it? He's actually opted for Falash! Why did he just change his mind at the last second? He is going to pay with his life. They have. I think he was a bit scared that they were potentially going to pop and just wasn't going to be able to get anything, but... Well, at least off that pick, it has pushed Perilous a little bit back, so... Yeah, they're not doing too bad, but...
Traded.
Yeah, they traded. It's not the worst that could have happened.
Yeah.
Could have been better. You know.
I mean, I think it was just a case of, I'm pretty sure Koss stood back. He wasn't going to get a backstab on him, so it was like, oh god, I'm going to have to get the sniper instead. He's actually, alright, this might be the next level plays.
Okay, Falash. You're picking up that frag onto top.
Denny has gone spy again.
Denny on spy again. Where's Denny at the moment? Oh, it's been destroyed by Mike. So that's 2 frags already. Here comes the attempt. Falash picks up Skies. Oh my goodness, this is absolute destruction waiting to happen. Hank is the only man left standing, 18 health. Tom has respawned, but it's not going to be doing anything at all. As Perilous just walk onto the point and cap it for pretty much free. Oh my goodness, 4-2 to Perilous. 4-2.
That was just, oh my god. That is, yeah, going to be one of the worst rounds of TF2 I've seen. From that, like, just, I don't know, abysmal mid-push, like the worst one that I've truly ever seen, to some of, like, the most questionable off-class choices. Ah.
Well, this is another mid-fight that's about to kick off now. Comfortably Spanked really need to make some plays happen if they want to stand a chance. Vanny is going for an attempt onto anyone at all, but he gets absolutely wrecked in the process. And now here we go with DK. Oh, he punched Koss! How did he pick that up? Unbelievable. Did he walk into a roll or did he just pipe him with absolute godly aim?
Spam. Oh my goodness.
Spam it is, and here we are. This is where plays start to happen now. For Comfortably Spanked, they've already picked up 3. Can they get anyone else? Selectors and Falash trying to make something happen. Can they do it? Falash is on the side area. They haven't even spotted him. Is he going to be able to get any of these frags? 1 frag, 2 frag, 3 frag.
What the hell was that?
Oh my god! How in God's name does he do it? Tell me now. Tell me.
Well,
please.
Bren, once upon a time, Falash was actually banned for an inconspicuous tool that he was running whilst playing TF2. I'll leave that to your own.
Right, well, Denier is the one that's going to be picking up these frags. That was absolutely crazy stuff from Falash. I cannot believe he picked up those frags. That was unbelievable.
That was, like, absolutely filthy.
That's
I
like
feel like I need a shower.
Material.
Yeah,
I don't need a shower just because I'm sweating. I need a shower because of that filth. But
yeah.
Here we are. They're going to be trying to basically contest this point. If they possibly can, Comfortably Spanked going to be basically forcing them all the way back out. Really, one of the first times they've had the upper hand here. And they're going to be trying to push them through this toxic area, create some spam, create some room to breathe now as Tom, he jumps forward. He's actually going to be able to get that trade in the end, picking up Mike, of all people, with the help of his good friend Hank there. And this is really a fight that's very long and drawn out of all the things. And here we go. There's sort of a... Oh, how does he get away with it? Ass just walks up behind Skeege and just drops him. Unbelievable stuff. How does this even happen? Now, Comfortably Spanked. No way. Hank's not going to get this. Surely not. What? What is TF2? War, you here? Hello?
Yes.
What's going on?
Hank backcapped.
I don't understand.
This game does not make any sense to me anymore.
Well, Comfortably
Like
Spanked, they're back in it.
that fight with Falash. I mean, Adiski did really well amid. Like he just spammed Koss out, got a pipe on him, hits a nutty air shot on Mike as well. Seemed like it was all comfortable for them. Falash just decides to just, I don't know, go God mode and just trash him, and we're back to another mid.
I'd be tilting right now if I was on either of these teams, and straight up we're going to see a lot of damage on the side of Deniers. He's having to back all the way off. Hank actually managed to bring down Silentas in the process of that, and actually getting a lot of frags on both these sides. Koss has fallen, make that Skeege as well, so that's no medic for both these teams. It's a very scrappy fight. Adiski, Hank is on no health, 6 HP, he's going to be picking up that pack, and it's one man against the world. He's just going to opt to run straight under and hide around, wriggle his way around.
He could just try for it. I mean, he's going to spawn in time for last probably because they've lost the medic, so you might as well just go for something.
I think he wants to go for it. Here we go. Can he hit the shot at Ali? One shot. Can he make Falash happen? One shot. Can he do it? He's trying his hardest. They're missing every shot. But finally, Falash is the one to finish him up. So that could have been doable in an alternative universe there for Hank. But my goodness, Mike goes for a juicy little play in that toxic area. Gonna have to back all the way off. A lot of damage being exchanged here. I am sweating like a madman. I'm not joking. This is ridiculous.
Bren, if I'm honest, I'm scared to get out of my chair because I know that a lot of moisture is going to pour off my back. But never mind. We shall endure this. I mean, what people don't understand is in England at the moment, it's like, what, 20 degrees, which is roasting right now. If I was to put an egg outside, it would still be an egg. But the point is... We're very sticky people right now. Are you naked as well? Because I'm
not naked. No, I'm not naked.
Oh, never mind. Do you have You don't have your webcam on either? Oh, okay. So yeah, this is now a situation that hopefully Comfortably Spanked will now kind of try and be aggressive of. I mean, they've got 9 minutes, so they've got a bit of time to work with.
That, 7 and counting.
Am I looking at the wrong clock?
Yes, you are. Yeah,
Oh!
yeah. 7 minutes left on the clock now, and
I was looking at the run on my wrist.
It's it's ticking down all the more. Oh god, what is this game? Unbelievable stuff from both sides. They're just trying to basically create some magic, really, I suppose is the best way to put it, and hope for the best, because I mean, Comfortably Spanked are definitely in a position to potentially bring this to a golden cap. 7 minutes remaining, less than 7 minutes I should say, 6 minutes 45 on the clock. Adiski might fall here. Oh, a little bit of an overextension by him, as he is going to get picked up by Ast. Followed up, Hank is going to get that counter frag in the end. But they have dropped quite a few players now, and that is whatever push Perilous were going to make there might have been delayed a little bit. What is Denier up to?
Yeah, he's gone behind, so...
They haven't even noticed him.
Oh, no way.
1 shot, 2 shot, gets the force. That's exactly what they wanted, but it's been popped by both these teams now, and they're going to try and take the fight head on. Perilous have already almost got at this point, actually. They just need to spam it up a little bit here. If they can potentially do it, can they? I don't know, they're getting caught and actually going to be getting collapsed on, but these frags are going in the side of Perilous. They've already got 3 players, make that 4. Hank is just about to respawn. Mike is going to be the only one to fall on the side of Perilous. Adiski going to be ending his life in the end, but Perilous going to be capping this and pushing straight in, War. Straight into last.
They played that very, very well. That was a really well done push. It'll be, I think this is going to be pretty much Perilous's last now.
Ali just saved Kosa's life there, make it 2 as he picks up the double kill. 5-3 is the scoreline. Perilous. What in God's name?
That push was really well done. Like, as soon as they started trading Ubers, like, Perilous just knew that their flank obviously didn't have the Uber, and it was just there for the taking, so anyone that was involved in it, apart from Ali, I think, just sort of went straight to second, and just traded, well, just like cleaned up every single person that didn't have the Uber on them, so it was just left with the combo, and they just evidently got cleaned up in the last, so it was really well, good presence of mind during the fight there.
Well, this is it. An explosive mid straight away as Tom's the first one to basically try and create some damage happening. The rotation already coming up by Comfortably Spanked, and they've got a frag because of it. Salenta's going to be coming out worse for wear in that one as he is actually fallen. But look at these frags going away of Perilous. They've already picked up 3. Is this another pause? I'm gonna throttle someone.
But
what is this?
Take a look at Skeege. He's 27 HP.
He's dead. He's dead.
Is he though?
He's dead.
Is he though?
I don't know, is he going to regen just in time to not die?
Could he defy the game engine, the ever so reliable source engine, and maybe survive?
Potentially.
There might be an invisible ledge somewhere.
I'm having a look. I'm getting our top analysts on this, that are the map analysts.
Disky's definitely dead.
Where's the DC? Yeah, 100%. Look at that guy, 22 health. He might hit a nutty pill onto Ali. It is kind of heading
but
his
Ali
trajectory.
Still won't die.
No, exactly right. Yeah, he's going to be left on 7 HP. So, and so there's a roller behind him as well. He might just walk into that.
This is like again. It seems just to happen again, where you can see. I mean, I know Skeege has gotten like he caught a pipe, so that's why he's so far away. But it sums up, I feel, Comfortably Spanked's game on this map, because this is very, very similar to a situation of when they're trying to push mid. I think it was Vanny that overextended first. Skeege wasn't with him. Vanny was then weak, had to jump out. Skeege then went back to heal him, but then Adiski was then walking out on mid by himself for whatever reason. And it just sort of is very, very uncoordinated. And it seems like that the only time that they can actually be coordinated is when there is like a very, very forced objective, like holding last. Because you've only literally got one thing to do, which is hold last. Don't let them capture the point. It's better for them to like sort of really do it. There's nothing else that they can really do wrong. But on mids, it just seems to be that they can't coordinate to come up with a plan to either take like positioning or to go on like any frags or anything like that. And like you can see that they're trying. It's just everything they're doing is pretty much wrong, and it's just not working. They're at the starts, there are just sort of maybe like a shred of light where both of the soldiers, for example, will sort of like jump into the main combo, but then everybody else on Comfortably Spanked just seems to get distracted by a soldier, a flashy skin, maybe
a flashy skin.
Yeah, dare I say sunlight, creeping through their blinds. It just seems to be that they're just not sort of completely focused. I mean, I think it was last mid that they won where Thalash got that ridiculous 3k. Most of the damage pretty much came from Adiski just spamming pipes halfway across the maps. And when you're quite dependent, and the only time you can win mid is when that happens. Oh wow, he did hit that pipe.
He hit the pipe?
Yeah, he did. He hit the pipe.
Okay, Ali died!
What?
Oh my goodness, they're destroying, but Thalash going to be picking up that frag with no issues whatsoever. Now it's Adiski. He managed to get out alive, but Thalash is going to clean him up with no issues whatsoever. I was going to say, yeah, I definitely could not. He went to that ground in like at Mach 3 speed. He just completely got smushed into paste.
I just hit that pipe though. That was like, actually, it doesn't really matter so much. I keep on thinking that when they pause, that's the situation that they're in, but it's not.
No. But this is an attempt now. We do see, look at this aggression coming out already on the flank. It's actually Vanny who's going to be picking up Thalash there. The wraparound by Silentus at the same time. Perilous, they actually have been called completely out of position here with their pants down by their ankles. They've had to pop their Uber with no teammates whatsoever near them. But Ali is fragging nonetheless. He's already picked up one frag. Can they make any more happen? Ash the frag onto Vanny. And now Skeege is in a very terrible position. Mike gets a back air shot. Koss arrows up Skeege to finish him off. And Perilous looks to finish this with the mercy rule. This is a second point that's going to be capped up now.
Skeege Jesus because he just got nailed.
Oh goodness, and there we go. Mike already going to be playing the point to the best of his abilities. Hank with a beautiful 2-shot going to be bringing him straight down. Can they do anything? Aston on a 4k now, one man against the world. The rest of his team have left him, but he's confident that he can take on Denia, and indeed he has. He comes out the victor. Adiski is going to pay with his life, and there we go. 6-3 is the scoreline. Perilous just taking it by storm. 3 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. Is this even doable anymore?
Considering how short the map is, yeah, it probably is.
Yes,
but
yeah, it's quite fast.
It does mean that Comfortably Spanked will have to win a mid-fight. But, so, when you take that into account, no, it's not possible. Even if they had about 2 hours.
If you're just joining us now, this is of course map 2 of ETF2L, season 24, week number 4 between Comfortably Spanked and Perilous. Perilous are currently leading, winning the first map, and they're already leading this map as well. With only 3 minutes remaining, it's up to Comfortably Spanked to try and make some plays happen. Vanny with a big jump forward is going to get absolutely punished by Ali's pipes, and already look at these frags. There's actually Hank and Tom, the dynamic duo, going to be picking up 2 of those frags, but really, they've dropped so many players. Skeege is one of the only men left. I think he is the only man left, in fact. My HUD is a little bit broken, and he's going to fall, and I think that has sealed the deal for...
Most definitely has. This deal is sealed.
Excellent, love it. And yeah, so it's pretty much in the realms of impossibility. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. 3 rounds need to be capped. They've lost the mid-fight. They don't have Uber to defend last with. Perilous is just going to roll deep, and they might even, if they were feeling confident, try and end this on the mercy rule, because it's definitely possible for them.
Yeah, I think it's that would be quite beneficial because I am quite dripping.
Right.
Not in a sexual way, but at the moment, actually no, wait, they've been able to maybe turn it around. It does depend.
I don't know, can they make these frags happen? They're trying to basically keep them off this last point. Nice sticky by Ali. Just drops it right by the feet of Hank. Vanny tries to jump forward, trying to basically create some pressure onto Ali. Ali is going to die in the process. Ast still doing his darndest to try and keep them and take this 1v1, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to back off all the way to second. I think the mercy rule is out of reach at this point, but still, it's pretty much an impossibility now for Comfortably Spanked to bring this anywhere close to a reality of a golden cap.
Yeah. And, you know, at this point, why are we even watching? You know,
well,
there's more to life.
What was your favourite moment of this game?
You know what? Any good moments have been completely outweighed by how awful that push to mid was by Comfortably Spanked.
No good moments on the side of Perilous at all.
There were many. There were quite a few, but that moment just overshadows it for all the wrong reason.
Okay. Well, Pyro to mid is being ran by Silentus. Frags happen all over the place. 50 seconds remaining. The map is pretty much over. GG is called. This is game. This is game. If you're just joining us now, the time limit has run out. And Comfortably Spanked, they cannot actually finish the map with these 3 rounds that they need to grab to potentially bring it to a draw.
Oh, it's so negative, Bren. You never know.
Yeah. You never know. They could just.
Wow.
They could just roll deep all the way onto last and.
Have we not seen Coach Carter?
No, I haven't. No.
Get out.
I can't. I'm casting.
Oh. Sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you. But we could look at some of these logs now. I think the logs should be up fairly shortly.
Oh,
so we can...
Vanny got a sick backstab on that there. Really clutching the round.
Clutching around for his team, yeah. Absolutely. No, this is GG, and it's the final scoreline going to be 6-3 to the side of Perilous. Really well played by them. Comfortably Spanked were looking pretty strong in certain areas, looking pretty dominant, but ultimately proving far too strong for them. And what do you think? Could have been a different story if Mike wasn't playing?
It's kind of tricky, because I thought that Comfortably Spanked would sort of put up a fight, and the only map that I feel that they could have done that on would have been Viaduct. And with how poor they played a Reckoner,
yeah,
I don't know. I kind of feel that maybe Viaduct could have been a little bit different, just because Mike's plays, where he stayed alive for just a ridiculous amount of time, is really, really like so valuable. And I don't know. I don't think Sideshow could have replicated that. And obviously, Mike is just Mike, so yeah, he can literally just turn any like terrible team like into top prem. But anyway, logs.
Logs, that's worth talking about. Straight away off the bat, these are the old logs being run. Yeah. I think these are. Yeah.
I consider new logs. I consider new logs, mate.
You got the new logs?
Yeah, I've got.
Well,
oh my god,
lucky
Thalash with a fat 40k.
Really?
Yeah.
Or are you lying? You're lying to me.
No, I'm not.
Can we? I don't know. I'm going to wait until the camera, the logs are up. There we go. There we go. Oh, you weren't lying, Thalash.
Yeah.
Fat 40k. Oh my god, what a gamer! Holy hell. That's a 3.9k AD right there on that big boy. Ooh,
That is quite fat.
Louise.
I mean,
man.
Ast actually got 24 assists. That's pretty good as well.
That's
so
even fatter. Yeah.
let's just say that it was a product of teamwork. If it's with teamwork, we can make the dream work.
That's pretty nutty. I know you've been using that word quite a lot, so I'm going to use it. That's pretty nutty.
It is.
I'm a fan. Hank following shortly, trying to basically keep up with his team with 23 frags, 14 assists. Put in quite a bit of work, but obviously, as we saw from that game, couldn't clinch it in the end just right at that moment. Enough about the damage. Or you control the logs, so I can just talk absolute rubbish about them.
Can I control the logs?
You can, yeah. If you want
to. I've sorted by damage.
Excellent, yeah.
I don't know if can people see that?
I can see it, yeah. Fat Ali, oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, so Ali's got, good damage. But to be honest, there were quite a few slow points, and I don't think... Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. When you actually sort of look back, the game actually lasted a full 30 minutes, but you really don't think it should. And it's like pretty much just because the first 2 rounds were just a case of Perilous like rolling on mid, and then like Comfortably Spanked defending, and then pushing them back, and that was it. And the rest was just a roll. I'd actually like, I don't know, hopefully you can see team stats. I really hope you can, because yep, they've only, out of 10 mids, they won 1.
Whew,
10.
What to even say about that? We knew it from the start throughout watching that game that they were just having an absolute rough time, and even you suggested to go back to that ancient old strategy written in the scrolls, lost to our times, where they just don't even go to mid and just go straight to second. But yeah, you can definitely tell as well. Look at the difference in frags and damage. Unbelievable stuff. 6k difference in damage.
I think it's there were very, very, very rare situations where it was kind of like stalematey. I mean, there was only like maybe like 1 or 2 when it actually happened. And I think it was like when Denny managed to get behind, get an early force on cost, but then their flank just got completely trashed by the same Uber. Yeah. So those sort of these logs aren't really that surprising, to be honest. I think it's just because it went for the whole 30 minutes, you'd expect them to be slightly more balanced. Yes. But in reality, it was just like the first 2 rounds that were kind of slow. Everything else was just an absolute whitewash in every sort of way. Everybody on Perilous played really, really well. I can't really sort of fault them. Cost, for me, played very well across both games. His arrows were really, really good. He got Skeege, I think, twice. with arrows, I believe. So yeah, it's really, really, really good. You know what? I need to have a look at map percentage.
Yeah. Look at that stuff. Here we go.
But I can't see this.
You can't see it?
No.
You've done something wrong. I can talk about the numbers though. On the mid fights, 47% of Perilous' frags happen there. Well, that's all I can say to that is they crushed. They absolutely crushed. And then following up from that, 24% and another 20% on the second and last. So that was on the side of.
I can see it now. Hold
You're
on.
working. Nice.
Let me go back to map percentage so I can see this again. Oh, look at that.
You got it.
Oh
Brilliant
my
stuff.
absolute goodness gracious me.
Good stuff.
One, that is really cool. All I'm going to say is, everybody, right? Anybody that's thinking about it, Overwatch doesn't have this. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, so yeah, that is absolutely very, very, very well done. I'm not a fan of whatever ones have just been brought up. Oh my goodness.
This is showing the difference in frags of certain members. 25 of Falash's 40 fragarinos on that mid. Well, they happened on mid, I should say, out of the entire game. 25!
It's because, like, Comfortably Spanked were just so disorganized. It just sort of really showed, and I was saying, they only seemed to sort of get organization and structure when they were sort of given an incredibly basic objective to do, defend last, and that was it. It was just, everything else was just sort of, I would say, a case of luck. And yeah, it's very, 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 very poo-poo. Point caps by zone. Oh, that doesn't actually sort of really tell me anything, because
just
kills during Uber
and stuff. Yeah,
this is actually
this
good,
is interesting stuff.
Because
look at this.
18 kills during an Uber. I don't know if this is like Uber v Uber.
It's just any Uber. It's just any Uber. Just as soon as they Uber. Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually sort of. I'd imagine that if it was kills during like Uber v Uber, like the numbers for Perilous would be like insane, because they played pretty much when there was a trade. They played them very, very, very well. So yeah, it was really, really good. Oh my! I'm so impressed with these stats. It's like all this snazzy stuff. Oh.
You're just swapping between it, are you?
I just want to look at the map percentage. That's probably like one of the best ones, because it's quite easy to get like the tail of the whole map. I think it doesn't really sort of explain the start, but when you look at the scoreline as well, it really does sort of show exactly how dominant Perilous were throughout the entire game. It was pretty good. Oh, there's PvP kills. Goodness gracious, mate. Oh dear.
You're enjoying us, aren't you? You're having a whale of a time. Bloody hell.
Oh my goodness.
Sifting through all these menus.
Mate, if I was sweaty before, you should see me now. Jesus Christ.
Right, we should...
my God, I heard there's a drought in California still, so I should really just shit myself over there. But yeah, Thalash was just absolutely pounding on Tom and Adiski. So that's just insane. And I think that's sort of like quite standard to see anyway, like a scout always pounding on like soldiers. But on demos, it's kind of, and I think that's quite sort of something that happened quite a bit, was Adiski just getting caught out by himself. He just seemed to wander off and just keep on pressing W, and then unfortunately doesn't seem to not let go of it, and then just died.
Reminded me of me in many ways. Yeah.
What, bad?
Yeah.
Oh.
But we should do interviews, because I do see Mikey and I should call him Moth and Sil. They're going to be joining us now from that victory that they just had.
TFTV.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Hi dude.
All right.
Having a good old chat in the
We were talking about
It was really
lots
good.
of stuff.
And now we have to do this for me interview.
I'll make it quick, because me and War are slowly melting. So
Okay.
So it's my CPU.
First question: you guys happy about that? I guess. I suppose you're happy. Aren't you?
Well, I think mainly it was close because I'm so bad. I was so shocking across both maps. I feel really bad for letting my team down. You know, that's why we lost a lot.
It's a team game. You didn't lose in the end. You know,
but
you did your part.
We were kind of had the attitude like of course we want to win like 5-0 everything, but it was like we were happy just to get the win, regardless. So
right.
Cool.
Okay,
thank you.
It's fine. It's fine. Sorry for like trying to speed it up, but
it's okay.
Another question I did want to ask as well was about Sideshow at the last minute not having to play. Do you feel like Mike made a big difference, or?
Yeah, Mike.
This is mainly directed to Sil rather than asking Mike himself.
Yeah, you kind. He was clearly asking you.
Well, I mean, considering how bad I was playing today, I think if we had Sideshow, we might have lost points, to be honest.
Oh, gee.
It's a bit. It's just firing shots at him.
It's not even shots though. It's like because like they pulled out on both maps. Well, mainly like Viaduct. They pulled out a lot of like cheese strats, like the body shotting, the heavy, and it's like you have to just adapt to it. Like we lose a round and then we adapt and then we win all the 3-1 next ones, even though they were close.
Were you tilting?
No,
not really. It was just like trying to adapt.
Yeah, I brought a very I made it very professional, mumble environment. I was very chilled. I was like, okay, guys, let's focus. And Ali was like losing his shit, and I was just like, okay, guys, let's focus.
He was losing his shit.
He was just like, oh, come on, guys, let's win this.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah. He made up for it though for pounding in the second.
Yeah,
half.
he did.
He pounded. Yeah.
He pounded.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was working, and then my boss lately had all been about like, oh yeah, you have to stay and work until 9. But then tonight she actually covered a shift with us. And then we finished the first shift, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, let's just go home now." And I was like, "Okay." So,
this is the same boss that stopped you from going to.
Yeah, but it's the same boss that allowed me to go to DreamHack Summer. So.
Oh, shout out to Mike's boss. Nice.
What's going to happen with your Overwatch career? Is this boss not going to get in the way of it?
It's only 2 nights a week, so. And if I get picked up by Manchester United or something, then I'll probably quit my job.
yeah. Manchester United are they're in a bidding war, aren't they, with Fnatic over Overwatch team? Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh,
the best one?
Yeah,
that is
genuinely are.
The most retarded thing I've ever heard.
Sports baby, esports,
Yeah, we should probably keep the interview on track.
Sorry. Yeah, I've actually got a question for you. Did you know, Mike, that a male moth can smell a female more than 7 miles away?
Yeah, I knew that.
And why have you changed your name to Moth?
I was inspired by that fact.
What a coincidence. That was one that struck me out most important as well. It was quite interesting. But I think, what did you think of the first 2 rounds of Reckoner? Because you obviously, you only lost 1 mid-fight, and the first 2 pretty much went your way. It was a complete roll, but then you struggled on last. So what was the real sort of like turning point?
We just stopped struggling on last.
I would say the first 2 last fishes were kind of like you kind of rushed them. Like one of them, I got picked before we went, and then the other one, someone else died. And then the ones that we won, things were much more calm, and we just had focused targets, and we played the point a lot better as well.
Yeah, like you said, most of the rounds were going our way, so we didn't really get tilted or anything. I wasn't worried we were going to lose. It felt like we were still going to win overall. But then I think as well, for a lot of the last pushes towards the end of the game, we got a lot of picks before we pushed last, which made it easier, and we just like initiated better. We didn't like go really deep and use our uber early costs, like milked it quite a lot more after the first 2 rounds, and we were dominating them on mid, so we always had a good opportunity every round.
Yeah.
And I've got no real other questions because you guys all played pretty well. I really want to question Comfortably Spanked, to be honest, because did you guys by any chance point out any questionable plays that they made, things that made you go, what the hell's happening?
When ADC went behind on he pushed out of last, went into our like cargo or lobby, whatever you call it, the one that connects to mid, and then we just pushed last.
He's like, he did air shot me. But
that saved it. It doesn't matter then. Yeah, ignore the whole what happened. He got an air shot.
It's really odd though when you play against the lower teams. Like even if you have like a bad game yourself or your team, I never felt like we were going to lose either map. It always felt like we were going to win. Just the score that was the one that was being changed.
Was it just a case of maybe either being taken by surprise, or was it just a case of no focus at the start?
I think it's both. Like we were very relaxed coming into the second map and the first map actually, and then we never really got off being relaxed.
Yeah, because we were panicking. Well, quite a few people were panicking on Viaduct.
Of course.
And then we still managed to win 3-1, which was pretty good considering how it started. And also, that unlock which Denny was using, I have no idea what it is or what it does.
The Machina.
It's just it's just the Machina.
The Machina.
Oh, that's how it's pronounced.
Okay. Alright. Question-wise, I feel like we should probably wrap this up. My questions are pretty limited to, did you have fun? You know, I'm not very good at this interview stuff.
I was too disappointed with my own performance to have fun.
Anything is better than playing against Nameless.
Oh, that was
right.
We had them for warm up, and like we were late, and we wanted to play. We wanted to play Reckoner after 3 rounds of Viaduct, and said, "Can we switch map?" And they didn't want to switch map, so I was like.
Did you Start was playing Pocket apparently? So what did you think of it?
I don't really see why they would. I think they're just gone tilted from losses, and like I was trying to like, you know, I think they should have just stuck out of their old roster. But I mean, if they think they need more calls on Pocket or whatever, then that's them. But I think just because they lost 3 games doesn't mean they should change.
I don't know. If you're the team that is meant to win Prem. And it's all changed by just losing your demo, man. The swap seems to make sense for me, because it does seem to look like that they completely lacked any sort of direction or coordination after seeing the game from last night. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true.
It is very, very. I mean, I'm more surprised that it's happened so soon, but I'm kind of like not surprised that it's ultimately happened. It would just be interesting to see what happens now. To sort of accommodate start playing Pocket, because if Captain doesn't perform on Scout, then they might be doing something even worse, because Stark's like one of the best scouts. So enough about them. You guys are way ahead. That's what really matters. Prem is in your sights. Are you going to play with Sideshow on the final day so you can win a Prem season?
Maybe.
Well, we'd asked him. It just depends on the day.
And I think the next games are what? Happy Farm? Well, you've got Crowns. Actually, you've got some tricky games. So you've got what should be, in theory, some of the harder teams. Crowns and Nameless and Happy Farmers. So what do you think of Crowns going into your next game?
I feel like Crowns can be like they have the capability to be 3rd or 4th best in Europe. It's just the one day they turn up, you know, so you can't take them lightly.
They probably have the best sponsor in Prem.
Yeah.
That's where it matters, you know. Anyway, I've got no other questions unless you have, Bren, because I am quite dehydrated.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think here is a pretty good place to wrap it up, to be honest. I'm finished. I guess we could go through shout outs. We'll start with you, Mike. Any shout outs at all?
Shout outs to Overwatch.
Controversial. Sil?
I don't have any shout outs. I just want people to cheer for me.
War?
Shout out to water.
That's the thing that keeps us alive.
Like I said.
Shout them off, yeah. I think with that being said, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you very much if you're joining us now for the first time. If this was your first intro into competitive TF2, I should mention as well, you'll probably find out a bit more over at teamfortress.tv or com.tv. But with that being said, we're going to bring a close
if it is your first introduction.
We're gonna bring a close to this stream now, once and for all. So you've had myself, Bren at Brencast. You can follow me on Twitter. You've got War as well. I don't know what your Twitter is. I'm not going to plug it. And DavidTheWin on camera. So thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we hope you join us next time.